What's up, witches? It's Witch Angel Nakora, and welcome to the Hiveswap Friendship Simulator. Now, this game was actually a 99-cent game that the creators of Hiveswap created to kind of delve into the friendships of all the trolls they just released from the troll call they had. I've never played Hiveswap, and I really want to on the channel. It's so fun. And I'm a big fan of Homestuck. I don't care if y'all bash me on it. I love Homestuck. I actually celebrated it on 4/13 with troll color makeup. I had one eye fuchsia and the other one like a rust color because my signs being both Aries Pisces. But this here is it's semi-canonical, and you just play as this person down here. You play as mainly someone who's just looking for a good friendship. Now, there's multiple trolls from what I hear, and this is just volume 1. But let's enough of me babbling. Let's get into it. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Will someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Hang on, what's this now? Is someone approaching? Okay, we can pick Ardata or Demian. I want to go with Ardata because she is so cool. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien, clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? Dear God. And just what are you supposed to be? Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh my. Oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity of somehow escapes my ability to capture with the maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, begin to walk away. And just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave? Oh my god, I love her! You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. I swear to the gods, when she came out on the troll call, I fell in love with her because she's a fortune teller. She is so cool! How could you not love her? She has 3 eyes. Literally, she has a 3rd eye. The ability to see what others cannot. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunterpod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I would weep for you, really. Except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside? Or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she can insult you some more? I think she's trying to invite you in. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh. Oh my. Oh dear, you're sad? So amusing for me. Mildly endearing, even. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing, once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease, you completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose. Well, in my case, I have a runny nose. I'm sorry. You have gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of. Starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed? Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do now is try to frick anything up at all, possibly for many hours. Come into my hive. This way, after me. You look like you could use nourishment. Oh, Ardata is like so flippin' cool. I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats generally, but it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand. If I tell you to, how does that sound? How does it sound? Um, obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. I just noticed that her quirk is every time the letter I shows up, it's like 3. The rule of 3. That is so neat. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You're not as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs. Ouch. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well until you realize that one of your arms is probably broken too. You'll try to make sure that she doesn't notice, though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Come with me. There's something I need your help with. Oh, we're in her kitchen now. There's another word for it, but I forgot what it was. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's gonna fix you something to eat soon as promised. Well, I for one love her decor. I really do, actually. You pass through her kitchen and out the other side to another room? Okay, you guess dinner can wait. This way. Try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she doesn't know you're injured? Fair enough. You hobble a little faster, though, through another door into a much darker room, and now down a flight of stairs? It's hard to see. Her torch is along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. Her Lucis! Oh, man, I'd love to see what her Lucis is. See, Veriska had that giant spider, so what would she have? I have no idea, though. What's that? You're hungry, too? I have not forgotten. What kind of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it, though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's gonna make this friendshiping progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you would be most useful to me as a friend. Oh my god! I am a little creeped out, but also very intrigued because I like the stuff on the wall here. You look around. With a sense of relief, you see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various sizes and shape. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. He struggles to say, "Help!" Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. "Help!" he says. Hello, which I mean hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again. So I'm guessing she's like some sort of fortune teller / dominatrix or something? Hell yes. Oh, don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come over here. This is what I need your help with, if you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to a dank corner of this, well, you're gonna call it like I see it, this dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social bakers like you can't be choosers. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. What? I don't even see a box. Oh, there's one right behind her, but I don't know what the hell's in it. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume some other required tools are contained within the box. Take the screwdriver within your non-broken arm, or with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal and friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm and remedial balm for your ribs? Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on. Before you start, this will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. She sets up a video recording device on a tripod, basically a camera, and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in one corner of a screen, an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Oh, that's so cute! Is that her as a grub on the wall over there? Dear gods above, don't tell me she has a giant spider for a Lucis as well. Sorry, I was really thirsty. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them too. You had no idea this friendship came with a perk of instant stardom. Now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable-looking chair facing you and holding a chalice, swishing around some viscous fluid it contains. You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. Please tell me that they do not have a troll IKEA where they're from. You try to remember the last time you stumbled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it'll be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love crap like this. It's what you were born for, you say as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table doesn't really seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You begin to check under one of the parts. No, it's under there. Not under there. Under where? You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. You decided it would best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would just probably consider it bad form. You'll just make do and twist it all the way in, twist all the screws in by hand as best you can. Your broken arm isn't making this any easier. You favor the other one, prop pieces into place precariously, leaning against each other, while you nudge them into position with your legs so the screw holes align. I've had to do that before. It's really frustrating work, you're not gonna lie. As you're twisting in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck. But you've already turned it too tight. Now it's hard to get it out. You twist in reverse harder. If your fingers slip and the table pieces start to slide, they're gonna fall. You react to catch them, but it's too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams you in the broken ribs on its way to the floor. It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're gonna need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. Good. She takes another sip from her chalice and settles even more comfortably into their chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together. Maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend, and you don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to this project. You'll get the screw out from under there a bit later. Maybe when you need the final screw. You turn your attention back to the table pieces and try a different strategy. You place the biggest part of the table platform flat on the floor. The legs will be pointing upward if they were attached. You position one leg in the right spot, in alignment with the holes, sit on a table platform, and steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. She sounds so pleased. It's strange, you admit. To watch this sort of activity to make someone so happy. But you also try to admit taking a certain pride in it. It's wonderful, actually. To feel useful, wanted, important even. If only somewhat menially, to a great new friend who has discovered a way for your talents to improve in her life. At the corner of your eye, you notice one of the caged kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. Then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out from underneath its hiding place. Nice. Everyone's working like a team down here. Ardata does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches toward him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screws slowly slide back under the thing. She releases him from his breathing problems, resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice. Oh, she might have some force powers, yo! I like that! She's got a little Darth Vader up in here. You guess that was against the rules? You decide to make a note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. About an hour later, you have all 4 legs on, plus some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle madly with the thing to get it upright using your only good arm. She seems she may have forgotten about the found missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers. But then again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines and has a look on her face which makes her appear absolutely enamored of your handiwork. She has finished her drink, and the chalice is on a side table. Some awful-looking thing crawls on the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider, the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is preposterously large. Actually, you think it's a huge tick? That's what it looks like. It settles just in front of her. She puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles. So her looseness is not a spider, but a tick. That's neat. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug and sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but she interrupts you. No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up. You stand up, embarrassed. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm towards him and beckons. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles vacantly over to your table and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, did you? Translation. It's not a pool table from what I hear. You aren't sure what table stickball is. It's pool, you idiot. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of arena stickball, played on a table. Oh, it's snooker, I think. Got it? You don't, but you nod. Now, go to it. You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table. It seems to be the right thing to do, since the thing comes fitted with shackles. She gets up and lifts her huge tick-like pet. It makes more grumpy noises. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He appears rendered unable to protest. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats the swelling abdomen. Dark, rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it attached to the boy's neck. Oh, it's a feeding table. Okay. Gross. Moments go by while she looks gratified at the process. Proud almost. And then she looks at you expectantly. Well, you don't know what she means. The final screw. Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leave things unfinished, you know. Of course, what were you thinking? You should have known your friend would let that go unnoticed. Actually, you would feel like an idiot for thinking it would. You stood very low to the ground on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there, and goes back a ways. Lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. Must be further back. You think you could see it? Yeah, that must be it. Just a little further. Ugh. You have an idea. A tool would actually be helpful. I guess a screwdriver will actually come in handy after all. Huh. How'd she know? Your new friend must be very wise. I think you're liking her more every minute. Grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it, you think. You carefully scrape it closer to yourself and then pick it up. You go back to the table and find the one remaining hole you left unscrewed. You slide under the table as a mechanic would with a car. There it is. The table is creaking and wobbling quite a bit now. The tick is rolling into its dinner, it seems. All the loose screws in the table have added up to a lot of give and leeway in the overall stability of the furnishing. Maybe the final screw will help. Ardata has just returned to the setup with the monitors. She's adjusting some settings on the feed, controlling the zoom of the camera, and typing some remarks into a chat window. This is very good material today. It's not often that I can provide content of this caliber to my subscribers. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much, but you're not one to judge friends. Sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw in the final screw, but the stresses on the table are causing the holes to be misaligned. This won't be easy. The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from underneath the table to check it out. Then a loud pop. Ugh. Then the sound of scraping metal. 6 or 7 screws shoot out of the desk like rivets in a sinking submarine. What a piece of crap this thing is. You think a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. Sorry, I had to do the Ardata laugh. This part's just too perfect. All 4 legs splay dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crushing down your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. Ouch! I'm already cramping and that hurts even worse. You bellow in pain and flail to pull yourself out. Oh, crap! You forget you're still holding the screwdriver. In your desperate flailing, you plunge a screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face. Ew! The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming, but you can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes. But you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. Well, we just killed her pet! Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get your miserable torso out from under this crappy table. You have an idea. With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming tick while yelling, "Yeehaw!" Oh my god, what? You clutch the screwdriver with your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life, still blind, but your plan works. You've been pulled out from under the tomb you spent the last hour constructing for yourself. She's running around the room. Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now and riding like the wind. As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing across the room, crashing into stuff, you hear a boy crying. You guess Ardata became distracted enough by your foolish display to cease her paralyzation method on him. Or maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed in your foolishness? Oh god, you might be blowing it right now. The tick swerves and suddenly starts running up the stairs. Ow! 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 Your brittle pelvis feels every step on the way up. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, then comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over its backside and sail 50 yards through the air. Ouch. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, that was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistakes, right? You can still salvage his friendship. You know you can. You turn back to look at her hive. Ardata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face, but she is flipping you off. You will not be my friend. Oh, crap. Rejection! Ouch! Well, we tried. But I guess Ardata's too much of a pissed off woman to, see. I think we may need to go back and do some extra stuff. Ouch. Well, I'm gonna go back and see if we can't try the other options in her storyline. So I'll be right back. Okay, it turns out that this one here is like the bad route, so we're gonna hit get the hell out of there. First you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky. I need some clothes. A winning touchdown pass from the sports. Ardata's long black hair spilling over her cloak. These are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down. Shut it down. There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl a screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand towards one of the kids in the cages. The kid tenses up and lifts a hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes mid-air right in front of Ardata's head. You run up the stairs. She twitches a finger. The caged kid does a full-body spasm and the screwdriver goes sailing towards you. It stabs deep in your leg and you buckle over, tumbling backwards down the stairs. You're a crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding. And you think your arm is broken in 2 places now. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I am very determined to make relationships work. Even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try to pull that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs? Wait, no. Your body is tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you... Wait, what? She can't be. You use both your arms and with all your strength you can pick her up entirely. The pain from your arm is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang on to you in what strikes you as an overly familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is better. Now onward and upward, new friend. Oh, I love that laugh. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber back up the long flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at a table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you I am benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive, whom I have similarly forgiven. Consider the transgression blood beneath your backward. Water underneath the bridge, basically. You exhale. Now that she mentions it, yes, you're very hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this header for a turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get the chance to pull the screwdriver out of your leg. You pull out a chair and attempt to sit down, but your legs lock up and they stand again. Apparently this was not the right thing to do. Oh! But why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. What? You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hock of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big, dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hock, wincing with every swing of the cleaver. So those are meat hooks? That's awesome. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she is the one doing the cooking. Except using you as a meat puppet. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and knife beside it. Your muscles are relaxed as you are apparently allowed to control your own body again. She says she does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and a chair on the other side of the table. What is it you should do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Well, it looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would nearly take as long to decide what the right thing to do next is. It actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all. You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for even a few seconds longer, you probably will be guilty of being a bad friend. Maybe even a dreadful one. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. What will you do? Feed her, of course. It's the only option here. This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She is looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other. Ow. You can't do it. The arm is being much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via a second override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, she looks up at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think, not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. Cut the meat into several pieces with a careful sawing motion. You put the knife down, pick up the fork, and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very good. Nice technique. Well-sized morsels, too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. The meat looks very good. Your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer any. Oh, well, it's the right time for you to eat, too. You're sure that she will let you know. The meal is finished. There is no more meat, except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you didn't try to feed her. That would be thoughtless. Very bad service. She reclines and steeples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny? Oh my! What a fool. You point to yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done, no, it's foolish. If so, you also aren't so sure what she finds so amusing. She pauses her laughter for a minute or two, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls from her cheek, from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny, what's happening here. It was a good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there still holding a fork, feeling a bit useless. There is a lot of pressure, you know. Being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this. To be so superior to so many. Much is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard and build a brand based only on what you think that people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be even more sinister if I tried harder? Maybe this is not my true calling after all. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you for your poor new friend, but your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. Guess it's not your turn to speak yet? Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friends. But what happened if I change my brand? If I stop being so sinister online? My friends and followers will deride and reject me, and my superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back on my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers? Will I be in a cage someday, listening to a freaking fool honk his horn for likes? No, I must persist. How lonely it is to know all this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I will have no material or sensory comforts left for me here until I can get on a ship and fly away. Pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grips it tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. You bring it down hard on her hand, which just plants flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. Three trails of cerulean blood flow from the teens. Oh, you mean like the little prongs where they pierce her skin? That wasn't friendly, I think. But then, weren't you the one who did it? Were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content. The show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter. I get jealous of them sometimes because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I think. But maybe I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who honored me. This is really freaking deep, I know. Apologies if you cannot relate. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of gristle you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in the cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends though, and sometimes I even believe it. But they don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who has really ever tried to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you? You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend officially. As such, I think a reward is in order. You're overjoyed. Your heart starts racing. You can't believe it! A new real friend! But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body is doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion and pick up the plate and fork. You position the plate over your wide-open mouth and scrape in all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 seconds, and you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. Aww! So we helped Ardata get over her little self-image issue, and we became her friend. Yes. Well, that was Ardata's path on Volume 1 of this Friendship Simulator. Whew, oh my god. The voice I gave to Ardata, because of the whole fortune teller thing, I gave her like an old-time gypsy, kind of Romanian, Russian kind of thing, because it just popped in my head, because it was like old-timey to me, and it really resonated with me, and I loved her path. But now, in our next episode, we're gonna go the other path and talk to our strange troll pal who loves hot dogs so much. I'm sorry if I keep sniffling during all this, but my nose is runny, it's springtime, allergies show up, I hate it. So, I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. If you like this video, why don't you hit that like button fast so you can cast a spell of the face. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to find out whenever I upload. Upload Monday through Friday, same time, same channel. I'll see you soon. Mwah! Stay magical, my friends, and wow, this game is just amazeballs.